We here at Mayhem Media
understand the trials and tribulations of life.
No matter how hard life can get.
Suicide is never the answer.
There's more assistance available today than ever before.
If you or a loved one are suffering from suicidal thoughts, please don't try and take it on alone.
Call or text 988 if you live in the United States.
Or if you're in Great Britain, call 116123 or text 85258.
The world is a better place with you in it.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, guys, gals, non-binary pals, welcome back to the greatest wrestling review show to ever do it. My name is the one and only Connor Clarkson. No, wait, I'm backwards. I am the last outlaw, Jesse James. That is the one and only Connor Clarkson. Welcome back, my man, to another week of what happened in wrestling.
You only had one job to do the intro.
I know.
Or to match your energy, your job only had one.
Yeah, it's
How are you, brother?
I had one and only job and messed it up.
No surprise there. Technical difficulties. I can walk, you can't talk.
You know it. I am somehow surviving after what is one of the worst weeks of wrestling I've watched in WWE in a long time.
No shit.
So let's just hop right into it. Match 1, Monday Night Raw, Phoenix. 30 minutes into the show, we get match 1. We had a decent John Cena promo, gets interrupted by CM Punk. CM Punk tells him, this is highly reminiscent of you wanting to be CM Punk. You're going to take the title and leave. That sounds familiar. And then for some reason, Seth Rollins' music plays, and him and his group just stand on the stage and show Money in the Bank. And then we cut to commercial and get no sort of follow-up. What are we doing? Match 1. Not El Grande Americano, Mr. Chad Gable, versus the phenomenal AJ Styles. Thought it was a decent match all around, if not completely random. Like, why do we have these two in a match together with no build-up and no follow-up? But whatever. AJ Styles predictably gets the win with possibly the worst Styles Clash I've ever seen in my life. Barrett tried to cover it up, calling it the Flash Clash, which was honestly a pretty sweet name for it.
Yeah.
But it was just, I don't know if he slipped or if he just didn't get Gable settled right to stand back up, but it looked like he just fell with him. And thank God Gable tucked his chin backwards like he's supposed to.
Legit. I mean, to be fair, from that, it just looked like they kind of just, AJ just slipped.
Yeah, that's what I thought too, is it looked like AJ lost his footing.
Yeah.
But it worked. It was a, semi-decent match, nothing to complain about, nothing to write home about, not really a must-watch, but certainly not a go-ahead-and-skip kind of match.
Evolution.
Yeah. We get the return of Nikki Bella that no one asked for, but we're in Phoenix, so I understand. It's hometown girl, you got to get the pop. We move into the first fatal four-way of the night for the Queen of the Ring qualifying match. Got Roxanne Perez versus Liv Morgan versus Kairi Sane versus Rhea Ripley. A lot of the people I talked to thought it was pretty obvious Rhea Ripley was going to win. I thought that seemed too out of the realm. She's been in a title picture for 2 years. It's time to move somebody else in. They're pushing Roxanne Perez to the moon. It's been Rhea and Liv Morgan in the title picture this whole time. Kairi Sane coming back out of nowhere. Nobody really expected her to win. The way they're pushing Roxanne, I don't know. I felt like it was obvious she was going to win from the beginning. Another decent match. Not, I wouldn't say go out and skip it, but not necessarily a must watch.
I mean, this week, just fuck it.
It was just to take a page out of O'Connor's book. This was a shite week of wrestling. Not cushy at all.
Stop trying to talk British, man. Seriously.
It works.
You need to do what I do. Practice the accent when no one's listening.
I do. I sound Irish. It doesn't work.
Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you, sir.
To the morning to you, sir.
To be sure, to be sure, to be sure.
Yeah, that's just gibberish. Like most good Irish. So then we move to the second fatal four-way of the night, which honestly, I thought could have went two different ways. I thought Penta might have took it. Thought it was pretty obviously going to be Sami Zayn, though. No, I'm
Yeah.
not mad. I love Sami Zayn. I'd like to see this dude get a little bigger of a run than a tag team title and a 2-week intercontinental run, but we'll get there eventually. If we can get Jey Uso as heavyweight champion, we'll get Sami Zayn there.
And then if that's the case, surely we can get Karrion Kross there at some point.
Oh, don't get me excited. They haven't extended his contract yet.
Maybe he's going to do what The Miz did and just think, no, get gone.
Maybe. I don't know. I think The Miz did his in solidarity with R-Truth. I truly believe R-Truth got released, and the fan support was like, okay, we need to bring this fucker back. I don't think that was a fake release. I don't think that was a work at all. I really think they released R-Truth, and the fans just went ape shit on it.
I mean, how can you release R-Truth? Right. Let's just say, out of randomness, it was a work. Right. We all know it wasn't a work. We all know that was a shoot. But if it was a work, how the fuck can you work that from a Monday and bring it back on a Saturday with nothing else?
If that was a work, it's the best work since the Montreal Screwjob.
Yep. I mean,
I don't care what anybody says. That's a work. You don't film a wrestler drawing the other company's logo and then zoom in on him. I don't care. That was a work. That's the greatest work that ever worked.
I mean, I would have R-Truth in AEW though. I kind of could have seen it.
I don't know. Truth's TNA run was something else. Like, speaking of Truth in TNA, we finally got in WWE what I've been waiting for this whole time, and it was for him to ditch the R-Truth persona and become Ron Killings. The first ever black TNA heavyweight, or not TNA, excuse me, the first ever African-American NWA World's Heavyweight Champion, Ron Killings.
Yeah.
That's what I've been waiting for.
I mean, what? Truth did his heel turn within 6 days of being released.
Is it even really a heel turn, though?
I mean, it's better fucking heel turn than John Cena's.
I'll give you that. John Cena's heel turn has been mid.
Legit.
CM Punk absolutely cooked him on the mic on Monday and on Friday.
Probably the best CM Punk promo since the fucking 2011 pipe bomb.
And you know me, I don't praise CM Punk often, but damn. Yeah, he absolutely cooked Cena a couple of times. So did LA Knight. If I gotta put down a balding bitch John Cena, I will. LA Knight cooked him too. So we got the return of Nikki Bella. We got R-Truth turning to Ron Killings. Main event time. Speaking of main event, Jey Uso versus Gunther, World Heavyweight Champion. Gunther wins the title back on Raw. I don't remember the last time the World Heavyweight title changed hands on Raw, so it was a nice surprise. The ending of Jey Uso's title run, 2 words, 8 letters. Thank God. That was 15 minutes of eating at the beginning of every show. Yeah, that's how we draw in fans.
Yeah.
Get the frig out of here.
I mean, what? Rikishi had... Well, it was rumored that Rikishi had to be escorted out of the building.
Yeah, I've read it from a couple of different places that Rikishi had to be escorted out of the building.
Wouldn't surprise me if it was true.
No, not at all. I've met Rikishi. He's a hot-headed individual.
What was it? 51 days?
Sounds about right.
51 days over 15 years.
That's 50 days longer than Kane held it.
And it's 50 days, 23 hours and 55 minutes. Longer than Drew McIntyre.
I was still gonna say, he had Drew McIntyre beat by 55 days.
Oh, God.
Oh, goodness. But yeah, Gunther retains the title, which leads me to believe that something went wrong at WrestleMania. Because, like, why wait? A transitional champion is designed to take the title from one champion to another, not from one champion back to the same guy 2 months later on a random episode of Raw.
I mean, if it happened at pay-per-view, say if it happened at Money in the Bank, or it happened at Night of Champions or some shit like that, fair enough. But on a random episode of Raw, something fucked up.
not only that, and it's like the rivalry hasn't really continued since WrestleMania. Suddenly he's been all up with friggin' Logan Paul, and now it's like, oh, Gunther wants his world title back and gets it.
Last time I've seen a title change hands on Raw, I swear it was Rhea Ripley and Io Sky.
Yeah, that's probably about right.
But the men's title on Raw, I
don't remember the last time the world title changed hands on Raw for the men.
I don't think it's been since Netflix. That's what I mean.
No, definitely not. Yeah, I can't remember the last time it changed hands on Raw or SmackDown that wasn't a Money in the Bank cash-in.
I mean, speaking of that, who's going first? Naomi or Rollins?
I still maintain Naomi cashes in first. At Night of Champions, if I had to guess. I think Rollins is going to end up holding that shit till Royal Rumble Royal Rumble, possibly even WrestleMania again.
And do what he did, 12 years? Not 12. What was it? WrestleMania 34, wasn't it?
The heist of the century, the greatest call Michael Cole ever made.
Yep.
I swear to God. Like, those words I will never not think of the heist of the century when I think of that match. That call is iconic as good God Almighty, he's been broken in half. Like, in all reality.
Legit. And to be fair, Raw this week, I'm saying 2 stars.
Well, that's generous. I'd honestly, other than Sammy, Don, Braun, and Penta, I don't think there was anything worth going out of your way to watch. I mean, I go 1.5, honestly. It was not a good show. The pacing was terrible. We have a 2-hour show for 35 minutes worth of wrestling.
The only thing that really did it was the Cena and Punk shit.
Yeah. Yeah, Cena and Punk cooked at the beginning of the show. Honestly, I'd have saved that for the end.
Yeah. And to be fair, SmackDown wasn't even... God.
So I have
Unfortunately, due to contractual obligations, I am legally required to talk about the shit show. But 2 hours, 5 fucking matches, right? I'm not being funny. I've seen matches, and I've just seen shit shows. And SmackDown, no. I would have had more entertainment watching paint dry. I would have had more entertainment pushing a dead mobility scooter across grass at 2 a.m.
I've seen it. It's entertaining.
I still need to find that video where I crashed into that park bench and send it to you. I need to re-find that video for you. But no, SmackDown, you had 2 women's fatal 4-ways for the shit qualifying match. You had the same for the men's, and then you literally had Motor City Machine Guns versus White 6. And again, really, they've just casually put that together.
I don't understand how the Motor City Machine Guns went from one of the most popular teams in TNA history to absolute crickets in WWE.
Legit, they've been buried in WWE.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, kind of disappointing.
Yeah, because I've always been big Guns fans, big fans.
Oh yeah, 100%. And I mean, Dexter Lumis and Joe Gacy as the 2 they choose. Could you not have put fucking Uncle Howdy in that match?
Yeah, right?
Do you know what I mean? You could have put Uncle Howdy in that match.
The focal point of the Wyatt picks.
Legit. And I mean, what the fuck? Can you at least have Alexa Bliss as the mouthpiece?
Right? Please, dear God.
After all the shit they've done, after all the shit she's done with Firefly Fun.
Yeah.
Firefly Funhouse. There we go.
There we go.
The British man can speak. It's all cushy right now. The stuff with Bray Wyatt and the Firefly Funhouse, the Randy Orton lines.
Right.
everything
The
like that.
history of Lily and the Fiend, and
I mean, yeah, there is that. And with the Fatal 4 match, I think it was Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. Well, who else was in it? I ain't got a clue. I only remember those two. That victory was interesting because you've got Alexa getting a 3 count while you've got Charlotte doing the figure 8 at the same time. So to be fair, only decent thing that came out of that match. Maybe they're still trying to set up for Alexa and Charlotte. Maybe they do it at Saturday Night Main Event. Maybe they do it at Evolution Part 2.
that's what I'm thinking.
I mean, to be fair, that's the only thing they're going to be able to draw tickets on for that PLA.
Unless you bring Trish and Lita back.
Unless you bring the bikini style match gimmick, then
That ain't gonna happen.
I mean, you never know. But
And it's like, I watched the first Evolution. It was a decent card, but it's like, it was also the lowest rated WWE PLE of all time. It was the lowest rated network special of all time. That's why it took so long to do a second one.
yeah, I mean, what, 2018 to 2025?
Yeah.
Like,
Imagine if Raw just randomly broke out another Great Balls of Fire. Or we did another Taboo Tuesday, even though it sucked.
Or we do another Greatest Royal Rumble.
Oh, Lord. I have a feeling that's going to happen.
If we do, bring back Titus O'Neil so we can watch that fucking dive again. Please.
I also maintain that was a work. That was too perfect for it to have happened accidentally. And he's known for doing that shit.
I mean, he's known for doing that shit, but the way he landed, I'm surprised he didn't crack his head on one of them steel beams.
That's another reason I say it was a work. Like, he slid perfectly, the way just his feet were hanging out, the perfectness of the Titus World Slide pun. Come on.
I mean, let's be honest, he must have gone to Charles Robinson to figure out how to slide.
Oh, God.
Let's be
Charles
honest,
rules,
knows how
man.
to slide in a ring.
Charles rules. With that blonde hair blowing behind him. Hauling ass. It's great.
He needs to be in the Hall of Fame.
He does. He absolutely does. Charles Robinson should be in the Hall of Fame.
They need a referee Hall of Fame.
Yeah. I hate that there's people in the WWE Hall of Fame that never wrestled a match in WWE.
Legit. Like, it's meant to be a Hall of Fame for a reason.
Yeah.
You're just adding random people for no
Well,
reason.
yeah, like Abdullah the Butcher is in the WWE Hall of Fame. Never once wrestled a match in WWE or WWF.
Exactly. And I swear, was it Mike Tyson that was in there?
Yeah, but at least he made, he's in the celebrity wing and he made appearances kind of thing. He was at WrestleMania, but Abdullah the Butcher never appeared on WWE TV and is in the Hall of Fame.
What's next? You put Tyson Fury in the Hall of Fame for WWE?
Why not? Drew Carey's in there.
Valid point, but still.
I want to say the current United States president is in the WWE Celebrity Hall of Fame.
We all know the reasons for that.
Well, yeah. Stone Cold Steve Austin, still the president.
Best thing that happened to the president.
Agreed.
Best
That's
thing
all
that
right.
happened to Donald Trump. Fuck's sake, I can't even talk.
For fuck's sake, man!
Oh, God. You're meant to be the one that can't talk. I'm meant to be the one that can't walk.
And here I am sitting down and you can't talk. What's going on here?
Oh, God. We definitely need some more composure.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. But
All right. So after the first women's four-way.
it all went downhill. It really did. SmackDown started off with the John Cena shit. Why the hell did John Cena get 2 segments? And then a backstage segment arguing with Nick. Like,
That was the cheesiest backstage argument I ever saw in my life.
you couldn't even hear any of it. That's the best thing.
It was stupid.
Legit, like, you couldn't even hear any of it. Like, if you could actually hear the argument, then maybe you could have got away with it.
Yeah, that was dumb. It's just, I feel This is why people talk about wrestling stupid. We hear non-wrestling fans like, you guys are dumb for watching this. I feel dumb for sitting through 2 hours of Raw and 2 hours of SmackDown.
Legit, like, I'm not being funny. If SmackDown's like this next week, I'm turning it off after the first match.
I'm honestly to the point where if WWE doesn't turn it around, this is going to end up being an AEW review show. Because at least they're cooking, son.
Honestly, at this point, we might as well just turn this into an NXT and LFG review show.
There you go. It's the only WWE worth watching. Bailey Humphries got robbed.
Oh God, what has WWE become in the last couple of weeks?
Bro, when I saw him pull the ladder out and have Fireball stickers on it, I was like, you gotta be kidding me.
Like, what happened to the point of the ring is sacred? Like, Vince would have never let any of that shit happen.
No, he would not. And as much as I hate the guy, Bischoff wouldn't have let it happen either. I'll even go one step further. Vince Russo wouldn't have pulled that shit. Fournette wouldn't have pulled that shit.
Tony Khan probably would have done.
If he would have gone to do it, he'd have done it already. I mean, in all reality.
Maybe Will Ospreay was right. Maybe AEW is taking over.
I mean, when I watch a 2-hour AEW show and I get, an hour and 15 minutes of wrestling, that's nice. When I watch a 2-hour Raw show and I get 25 minutes of in-ring matches, like, why does every show start with a 20-minute fucking in-ring promo?
Not being funny, but Monday Night Raw, Saturday Night Main Event. I'd rather watch Saturday Night Main Event.
Yeah.
Even though there's commercials with YouTube and the program, still more time of wrestling.
TNA's been putting on more wrestling than WWE.
Oh, God, yeah. And that's saying fucking AAA put on more wrestling that night.
Yeah.
And that's saying something. Do you know what I mean? Like, sort the shit out or just change.
There's a reason TKO is $3.1 billion in debt since they bought WWE.
Is it 3 billion already? Shit.
Yeah, last I read was 3.09.
Fuck.
And WWE had never really reported a yearly loss before.
But then, I mean, since
the 90s, I guess. They were losing money in the early 90s, but...
I mean, what was it, like 5 billion for Netflix?
Something like that, yeah.
For what, 5-year deal? Something like that. I mean, where do they go after the 5 years with Netflix?
And it's like, not only that, you got 15 sponsors in the ring, you got the entire barricade lined with sponsors, you got the ladder lined with sponsors, every wrestler is sponsored by something, and you're still losing money.
Do you want to know the worst thing? They've got Cash App on the fucking briefcase.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? Like, how much more can you sponsor before you're like, okay, now we're just going to basically turn the ring into a glorified art piece?
It's not about the wrestling anymore. It's about advertisement.
Maybe that's what John Cena was on about when he said ruin wrestling.
Maybe that's why Cena's entrance is just now a black screen with his name.
I mean, I suppose that's one way to be like, give nothing.
Right. And also think, I mean, I want to say before, like, the Freebirds, entrance music wasn't really a thing.
Legit. I mean,
here's Dick Trickle from Bumfuck Nowhere versus, Billy Bob Thornton from Eastern Nowhere. Ding, ding.
Legit. And like, what was it? There was a picture on Triple H's Instagram. You know how Limp Bizkit did the re-record for Bron Breaker's music? How there was a picture saying he got paid $1.
Yeah, so did Adam Jones from Tool for doing Penta and Phoenix's song.
Oh, I didn't even realize they'd already fucking done that music.
Yep. Yeah, Adam Jones from Tool did Penta and Phoenix's theme song, and he only charged WWE $1. So there's a picture of him and Triple H Triple H handing him the dollar kind of thing. Adam Jones Tool is my favorite band, and Adam Jones is a massive WWE fan. If you didn't know, he played the Star Spangled Banner at SummerSlam 2002.
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, even when you do live performances, I don't know whether it's just the interference of it being outside.
Yeah.
But they need to pull out that connection with fucking microphones. Like, do we need to go back to WrestleMania 40, Rhea Ripley's entrance? Like, half of that was just dead silence.
Yeah, you couldn't hear anything.
Like,
I never realized how much her and Chris Motionless look alike.
Oh, God, yeah. Do you know what I mean? The slick back hair.
Yeah, like even their just facial shape kind of thing.
They just look like twins.
They do. It's scary.
Like, I'm putting that out there. They are twins. End of. That is the truth. They've got to be twins.
And that's that. All right. So what are we hoping for in the weeks to come here, Connor?
What are we hoping for? Less fucking commercials. More match time. Storylines that are actually somewhat decent, and something that I'm not going to put on just to fall asleep to.
So the bare minimum is what we're asking for here.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, so that was exactly my list of 4 things. Matches that make sense, coherent storylines, less commercials, less filler. In a 2-hour show, I should have more than 30 minutes of wrestling.
I'm not being funny. It should be 25% commercials or promo packages, 75%, or to be fair, 20% commercials, 60% wrestling, and 20% building on storylines. That's literally all it's got to be.
Agreed.
I mean, to be fair, I can't speak on the commercial side of it. Netflix in the UK, it don't give us commercials for NXT, SmackDown, or Raw. So the commercial side of it, I can't speak on.
We get commercials if it's live, but if you watch the replay, there's no commercials.
No, even when I watch it live, I don't get the commercials.
Do they still do commentary during commercial breaks?
Yeah, they still do.
Weird. I never knew that. I just kind of assumed it was dead air while they were on commercials.
No, they still do, because obviously they know that UK Netflix.
The UK is still watching.
Yeah.
Never knew that.
It's even SmackDown as well.
Good to know.
Whereas if you watch anything on fucking YouTube, it's, oh yeah, we're going to have a match. Ring the bell. Commercial. Oh yeah, we've put you in a headlock. Commercial. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I pay for YouTube Premium, so I don't have to deal with that.
No, even without YouTube, even
with Premium it does it?
Yeah, because you've got about 10 commercials just on the program.
Oof.
Saturday Night Main Event. And it's meant to be, they're branding it as a PLE.
Yeah, I forget Saturday Night Main Event's on YouTube. Well, let's hope we get the bare minimum next week, and we don't have to come on here complaining again. We can come on here and talk about how great Raw was like we used to.
How has this show turned into? Well, it's gone from a weekly review show to a weekly bitch and complain show. Do you know what I mean?
Because there used to be a product worth reviewing, and now there's not.
Honestly, I don't think it's been this shit since the COVID era.
No. Honestly, they were putting on better stuff in the COVID era. At least we got coherent storylines.
I mean, at least we've got actual fans.
Yeah.
And they don't break down the wall during commercials.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw those videos where they just completely stopped wrestling during commercial breaks.
And it's like, okay, you want to prove that something is not scripted, but yet you've just shown that.
Right.
But
no, we didn't do a good job of hitting our times.
We never do.
We're going to get yelled at by the promoter in the back after this. Whatever.
It's all right.
And keep your hot dog and handshake.
It's all right. I'm the fucking executive producer. If I want to go longer, who the fuck's going to tell me otherwise?
Right. I mean, it does say right under my name that I founded this show, so I feel like I have some leeway.
Exactly. I'm the executive producer, so if I want to produce this for longer, I legally can.
I will produce it for longer.
I mean, to be fair, the longest one we've done was the 3 hour.
I was going to say 3.5 hours.
To be fair, I think that both killed us that night.
It was so bad.
I went straight to McDonald's and got a second mortgage out.
Who got a second mortgage for some Macca's?
Yep.
God damn. I definitely ate my feelings that night.
He was like, "Are we feeding this kid or?"
Oh, yeah, dude, I felt so bad when I saw what you ordered. I was just like, what the hell?
You seen the one I put up on my story at like 7 this morning?
Yeah, what was that, 6 hash browns?
So that was a breakfast roll with double egg, double sausage, double bacon, double cheese. So basically, a double roll, 2 cheesy flatbreads, a large Diet Coke.
So far, the only thing of that we have in America is the large Diet Coke.
To be fair, my large Diet Coke is like a small US Diet
Yeah,
Coke.
you see our portions.
And you wonder why there's so many people with weight issues.
No, we don't. I wonder why people eat like we have for universal health care.
I mean, we do over here. But
We
Yeah.
don't.
this has been episode 16 of Into the Barricade. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook, YouTube.
We're at 16 already?
Yeah, we're on 16 now. I've got bigger arms than you, brother.
Boy, you're out of your mind.
I go to the gym.
I don't need to.
I mean, yeah, that's a good point. But
I
don't
carry
forget-
this company.
and I produce the company.
Couldn't
am
even
the-
keep a straight face.
Oh, that face was about as straight as my legs.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh God, I love my job.
I can't believe you just went there.
Oh,
I mean, I guess you can go there. I can't.
sometimes you just gotta roll out.
Sometimes.
Well, it's better than trying to stand up for myself.
That is very true. Sometimes you
anyone-
just gotta roll over and take it like a man.
For anyone wanting to join Mayhem Media, we can 100% guarantee you job satisfaction.
We are an equal opportunity employer.
Oh God, I love my job.
Not
But
to tell.
no, as I was saying, don't forget to check out Mayhem Media on Facebook, YouTube, and Rumble, as well as the website www.mayhemmediaproductions.com and the storefront bonfire.com/store/Mayhem Media Shop. My name, as always, is the one and only Connor Clarkson, and to my right is the last outlaw, Jesse James. And until next week, peace.
Good
We
night.
here at Mayhem Media
Understand the trials and tribulations of life.
No matter how hard life can get.
Suicide is never the answer.
There's more assistance available today than ever before.
If you or a loved one are suffering from suicidal thoughts, please don't try and take it on alone.
Call or text 988 if you live in the United States.
Or if you're in Great Britain, call 116123 or text 85258.
The world is a better place with you in it.